Namaste and welcome to the Astral Mandir. In Jyotish, the sun or Surya is the Atman or the soul or the light of vitality and authority. The sun reveals how our essence shines in the world, how we relate to our father figures, and how our dharma unfolds. Today, we journey through the nakshatras to see how the sun expresses itself across these cosmic mansions, from the pioneering fire of Ashwini to the compassionate glow of Revati. The sun teaches us how ego transforms into dharma and how the soul's radiance guides our path. So we will start with the first batch of nakshatras, starting with Ashwini nakshatra. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, is exalted in Ashwini nakshatra, the spirit is youthful, pioneering, and full of vitality. Ashwini is ruled by the divine horsemen, the Ashwini Kumaras, healers who rush to restore life. The soul here carries a restless spark, always eager to begin anew, to heal, to explore. Authority figures may appear dynamic but impulsive, teaching lessons of courage and speed. The aura is radiant, magnetic, with quick movements and sharp eyes. They reflect the horse like vitality of this star. Yet, the soul's eagerness can lead to impatience, a tendency to leap before grounding. Marriage, career, and dharma may begin suddenly with bursts of enthusiasm that need tempering. The karmic lesson is patience, learning that true healing and leadership requires steadiness. Ultimately, Sun in Ashwini teaches that the soul's vitality must be channeled into service, transforming impulsive beginnings into lasting dharma. The next nakshatra is Bharani. When the sun, the soul's light, resides in Bharani nakshatra, the spirit is intense, magnetic, and deeply tied to karmic responsibility. Bharani is ruled by Yama, the god of death and dharma, who teaches restraint and justice. The soul here shines with passion and endurance, carrying themes of transformation and discipline. Authority figures may appear strict, karmic teachers who enforce boundaries. The aura is bold, commanding, with a presence that draws others in yet demands respect. The native's vitality is fertile and creative, but also bound by lessons of control. Love, career, and dharma often feel karmic, tied to cycles of birth and death, beginnings and endings. The ego may struggle with possessiveness or intensity, but the soul's journey is to balance desire with discipline. Ultimately, Sun in Bharani makes the soul a crucible for dharma, forged through fire, teaching that true authority comes from honoring boundaries and the karmic law. The next nakshatra is Krittika. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, burns in Krittika nakshatra, the spirit is fiery, productive, and purifying. Krittika is ruled by Agni, the god of fire, symbolized by the blade that cuts through illusion. The soul here shines with sharp clarity, demanding honesty and truth. Authority figures may be fiery, critical, and pure, with purifying influences, shaping the native's dharma through discipline. Excuse me, just hot cuppa. That should feel better. The aura is penetrating with sharp features and intense eyes that reflect the flame within. Vitality is strong, decisive, sometimes impatient, but always protective. The ego may struggle with harshness, cutting words, or critical tendencies, yet beneath lies devotion and loyalty. The karmic lesson is compassion, learning to temper fire with warmth, to use the blade not to wound, but to refine. Ultimately, Sun in Krittika teaches that the soul's authority purifies without destroying, guiding others with fiery devotion and clarity. Our next nakshatra is Rohini nakshatra. When the soul, when the soul's light, that is the sun, is in Rohini nakshatra, the spirit radiates charm, creativity, and fertility. Rohini is ruled by Prajapati, the creator, beloved as the moon's favorite consort. The soul here shines with magnetic presence, artistic and fertile in ideas, often blessed with beauty and abundance. Authority figures may be nurturing yet possessive, teaching lessons of balance in pleasure. The aura is luminous, graceful, captivating, with eyes that enchant and draw admiration. Vitality is sensual, fertile, and creative, making the native a natural artist or nurturer. The ego may struggle with indulgence or possessiveness, but the soul's journey is to balance material abundance with spiritual dharma. Ultimately, the sun in Rohini makes the soul a garden of radiance where vitality blossoms abundantly, teaching the true authority lies in creating beauty while remaining grounded in dharma. The next nakshatra is Mrighshira. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, shines in Mrighshira nakshatra, the spirit is curious, searching, and restless. Mrighshira is symbolized by the deer's head, tied to Soma, the moon god, and the restless search for beauty. The soul here shines with inquisitive energy, always seeking novelty and exploration. Authority figures may be elusive or dual minded, teaching lessons of grounding and focus. The aura is delicate, agile, expressive, with eyes that wander like a deer. Vitality is playful, witty, and experimental, but consistency may be lacking. The ego may struggle with flirtation or indecision, yet the soul's journey is to seek depth beyond surface attraction. The karmic lesson is commitment, learning to pause, to root curiosity in dharma. Ultimately, Sun in Mrighshira makes the soul a seeker, destined to chase beauty until it finds truth. The next nakshatra is Ardra. When the sun, the soul's light, resides in Ardra nakshatra, the spirit carries stormy emotions and transformative energy. Ardra is ruled by Rudra, the fierce form of Shiva, who represents destruction and renewal. The soul here shines through upheaval, breaking down illusions so that truth may be rebuilt. Authority figures Authority figures may embody both fury and compassion, teaching lessons of resilience. The aura is magnetic, intense, with eyes that reflect storms and tears. Vitality is powerful, sometimes overwhelming, but always cleansing. The ego may struggle with intensity, bringing sudden changes in life, yet the soul's journey is to embrace transformation to see destruction as the seed of renewal. Ultimately, the sun in Ardra makes the soul a purifier, teaching that storms are necessary for compassion to bloom. The next nakshatra is Punarvasu. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, shines in Punarvasu nakshatra, the spirit is nurturing, forgiving, and resilient. Punarvasu is ruled by Aditi, the mother of the gods, symbolizing renewal and boundless compassion. The soul here shines with optimism, always returning to light after trials. Authority figures may embody nurturing qualities, teaching lessons of second chances. The aura is gentle, restorative, with calming presence that inspires hope. Vitality is steady, warm, and forgiving, making the native a source of renewal for others. The ego may struggle with overgiving, but the soul's journey is to balance generosity with boundaries. Ultimately, Sun in Punarvasu makes the soul a beacon of resilience, teaching that love and dharma are reborn again and again. The next is Pushya. When the sun, the soul's light, resides in Pushya nakshatra, the spirit is devoted, traditional, and deeply nurturing. Pushya is ruled by Brihaspati, the guru of the gods, symbolizing wisdom, nourishment, and dharma. The soul here shines as a guide, protector, and teacher, embodying responsibility and care. Authority figures may be traditional, steady, and wise, shaping the native's dharma through discipline. The aura is auspicious, nurturing, with a comforting presence that inspires trust. Vitality is expressed through sacrifice and devotion, making the native a pillar of family and community. The ego may struggle with self sacrifice, but the soul's journey is to balance care with individuality. Ultimately, Sun in Pushya makes the soul a guardian of wisdom, teaching that true authority is expressed through nourishment and dharma. Now we come to the last nakshatra of this first batch, that is Ashlesha. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, shines in Ashlesha nakshatra, the spirit is mysterious, hypnotic, and emotionally intense. Ashlesha is ruled by the Nagas, serpent deities symbolizing hidden power and transformation. The soul here shines with magnetic depth, binding energy that can both heal and entangle. Authority figures may be enigmatic, teaching lessons of secrecy and trust. The aura is serpentine, magnetic, with eyes that penetrate and unsettle. Vitality is intense, sometimes possessive, but profoundly loyal. The ego may struggle with control or secrecy, yet the soul's journey is to transform binding energy into devotion. The karmic lesson is liberation, turning possessiveness into compassion, allowing love to free rather than entangle. Ultimately, Sun in Ashlesha makes the soul a mystic, teaching that hidden truths shape intimacy and dharma. Now we come to the next batch of nakshatras, that is starting from Magha in Leo and goes all the way to Jyeshtha in Scorpio. So Magha, when the sun, the kāraka of the soul, shines in Magha nakshatra, the spirit carries dignity, pride, and ancestral strength. Magha is ruled by the Pitris, the forefathers, who embody lineage and tradition. The soul here radiates authority rooted in ancestry, often tied to family honor and heritage. Authority figures may appear regal, protective, or demanding respect, teaching lessons of humility. The aura is commanding, upright, with features that reflect dignity and pride. Vitality is strong, loyal, and protective, but sometimes rigid. The ego may struggle with arrogance or attachment to status. Yet the soul's journey is to honor lineage while cultivating humility. Ultimately, the sun in Magha makes the soul a guardian of tradition, teaching that true authority lies in reverence for ancestry, balanced with compassion. Next nakshatra is Purva Phalguni. When the sun, the soul's light, resides in Purva Phalguni nakshatra, the spirit is romantic, playful, and full of charm. Purva Phalguni is ruled by Magha, the god of delight and fortune, symbolizing pleasure and enjoyment. The soul here shines with creativity, indulgence, and love of beauty. Authority figures may be charismatic but indulgent, teaching lessons of balance between joy and responsibility. The aura is radiant, magnetic, with a captivating smile and graceful presence. Vitality is expressed through art, romance, and leisure, making the native a source of joy. The ego may struggle with indulgence or avoidance of duty. But the soul's journey is to balance pleasure with dharma. Ultimately, Sun in Purva Phalguni makes the soul a festival of love, teaching that true radiance comes from joy tempered with responsibility. The next nakshatra is Uttara Phalguni. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, shines in Uttara Phalguni nakshatra, the spirit is loyal, steady, and principled. Uttara Phalguni is ruled by Aryaman, the god of contracts and unions, symbolizing sacred bonds and responsibility. The soul here radiates dependability, valuing duty and long-term commitment. Authority figures may be protective and principled, teaching lessons of responsibility. The aura is dignified, calm, inspiring trust and confidence. Vitality is expressed through service, loyalty, and dharma, making the native a pillar of stability. The ego may struggle with rigidity, but the soul's journey is to balance duty with tenderness. Ultimately, Sun in Uttara Phalguni makes the soul a guardian of sacred bonds, teaching that true authority lies in loyalty and dharma. The next nakshatra is Hasta. When the sun, the soul's light, resides in Hasta nakshatra, the spirit is skillful, caring, and creative. Hasta is ruled by Savitar, the solar deity who brings light, skill, and inspiration. The soul here shines through hands, that is, in crafts, healing, or service. Authority figures may be practical and guiding, teaching lessons of skill and discipline. The aura is calming, expressive, with delicate features and graceful movements. Vitality is expressed through creativity, nurturing, and practical devotion. The ego may struggle with routine or control, but the soul's journey is to balance skill with spontaneity. Ultimately, Sun in Hasta makes the soul a craftsman of dharma, teaching that true authority lies in service expressed through skill and care. The next nakshatra is Chitra. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, shines in Chitra nakshatra, the spirit is dazzling, artistic, and magnetic. Chitra is ruled by Twashtar, the celestial architect who designs beauty and form in the universe. The soul here radiates creativity, charm, and brilliance, often tied to aesthetics and design. Authority figures may be artistic or commanding, teaching lessons of balance between beauty and substance. The aura is striking, stylish, with eyes that captivate. Vitality is expressed through artistry, charisma, and brilliance, making the native a natural creator. The ego may struggle with vanity or superficiality, but the soul's journey is to balance aesthetics with depth. Ultimately, Sun in Chitra makes the soul a masterpiece, teaching that true radiance lies in beauty grounded in dharma. The next nakshatra is Swati. When the sun, the soul's light, resides in Swati nakshatra, the spirit is independent, free spirited, and graceful. Swati is ruled by Vayu, the wind god, symbolizing movement and individuality. The soul here shines with independence, valuing freedom and equality. Authority figures may be detached or elusive, teaching lessons of self reliance. The aura is airy, graceful, with tall features and light presence. Vitality is expressed through individuality, fairness, and movement, making the native a seeker of liberty. The ego may struggle with detachment or lack of intimacy, but the soul's journey is to balance independence with connection. Ultimately, Sun in Swati makes the soul a free spirit, teaching that true authority lies in liberty tempered with dharma. The next nakshatra is Vishaka. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, shines in Vishaka nakshatra, the spirit is ambitious, persuasive, and goal oriented. Vishaka is ruled by Indra and Agni, deities of power and fire, symbolizing drive and achievement. The soul here radiates determination, competitiveness, and focus on success. Authority figures may be ambitious, teaching lessons of balance between achievement and compassion. The aura is commanding, sharp, with penetrating gaze. Vitality is expressed through ambition, persuasion, and progress, making the native a leader. The ego may struggle with intensity or obsession, but the soul's journey is to harmonize success with intimacy. Ultimately, Sun in Vishaka makes the soul a crucible for growth, teaching that true authority lies in ambition aligned with dharma. The next nakshatra is Anuradha. When the sun, the soul's light, resides in Anuradha nakshatra, the spirit is loyal, devoted, and compassionate. Anuradha is ruled by Mitra, the god of friendship and harmony, symbolizing trust and companionship. The soul here shines with faithfulness, protection, and emotional warmth. Authority figures may be caring and loyal, teaching lessons of devotion. The aura is soothing, gentle, with calm presence. Vitality is expressed through friendship, trust, and emotional bonds, making the native a sanctuary of devotion. The ego may struggle with independence, but the soul's journey is to balance loyalty with independence. Ultimately, Sun in Anuradha makes the soul a guardian of trust, teaching that true authority lies in devotion and harmony. The next nakshatra and the last one in this batch is Jyeshtha. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, shines in Jyeshtha nakshatra, the spirit is protective, intense, and authoritative. Jyeshtha is ruled by Indra, king of the gods, symbolizing leadership and responsibility. The soul here radiates commanding presence tied to themes of protection and authority. Authority figures may be powerful, sometimes intimidating, teaching lessons of compassion alongside strength. The aura is strong, commanding, with eyes that reflect responsibility. Vitality is expressed through leadership, seriousness, and devotion, making the native a protector. The ego may struggle with control or dominance, but the soul's journey is to soften authority with tenderness. Ultimately, the sun in Jyeshtha makes the soul a leader, teaching that true authority lies in strength balanced with compassion. The last batch of nakshatras run from Mula in Sagittarius up until Revati in Pisces. So the first nakshatra in this batch, that is Mula. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, resides in Mula nakshatra, the spirit carries the energy of uprooting and transformation. Mula is ruled by Niriti, the goddess of dissolution, who dwells at the roots of existence. The soul here shines with intensity, probing deeply into truth, dismantling illusions to reach the foundation. Authority figures may appear severe or transformative, teaching lessons of detachment. The aura is mysterious, penetrating, with eyes that seem to search beneath the surface. Vitality is uncompromising, sometimes unsettling, but ultimately purifying. The ego may struggle with sudden endings or loss, yet the soul's journey is to embrace dissolution as a path to liberation. Ultimately, Sun in Mula makes the soul a seeker of truth, teaching that uprooting is necessary for growth and dharma. The next nakshatra is Purva Ashadha. When the sun, the soul's light, shines in Purva Ashadha nakshatra, the spirit is ambitious, persuasive, and resilient. Purva Ashadha is ruled by Apa, the cosmic waters, symbolizing invincibility and renewal. The soul here radiates determination, striving for victory in life and love. Authority figures may be competitive or inspiring, teaching lessons of persistence. The aura is commanding, radiant, with features that reflect resilience. Vitality is strong, flowing like water, overcoming obstacles with persistence. The ego may struggle with pride or competitiveness, but the soul's journey is to balance ambition with humility. Ultimately, the sun in Purva Ashadha makes the soul invincible, teaching that true authority lies in resilience and renewal. Then we have Uttara Ashadha. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, resides in Uttara Ashadha nakshatra, the spirit is principled, loyal, and enduring. Uttara Ashadha is ruled by the Vishwadevas, the universal gods of righteousness, symbolizing dharma and truth. The soul here shines with honesty, responsibility, and devotion to righteousness. Authority figures may be principled and protective, teaching lessons of integrity. The aura is dignified, calm, inspiring trust and respect. Vitality is steady, enduring, and righteous, making the native a pillar of dharma. The ego may struggle with rigidity, but the soul's journey is to balance duty with tenderness. Ultimately, Sun in Uttara Ashadha makes the soul a guardian of truth, teaching that true authority lies in righteousness and dharma. When the sun, the soul's light, is in Shravana nakshatra, the spirit is attentive, wise, and communicative. Shravana is ruled by Vishnu, the preserver, symbolizing listening, learning, and guidance. The soul here radiates devotion to knowledge, often guiding others with wisdom. Authority figures may be teachers or guides, teaching lessons of communication and respect. The aura is calm, attentive, with eyes that listen deeply. Vitality is expressed through learning, tradition, and guidance, making the native a source of wisdom. The ego may struggle with dependence on validation, but the soul's journey is to nurture communication with humility. Ultimately, Sun in Shravana makes the soul a listener and a teacher, teaching that true authority lies in wisdom and understanding. The next nakshatra is Dhanishta. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, resides in Dhanishta nakshatra, the spirit is musical, prosperous, and socially connected. Dhanishta is ruled by the Vasus, the elemental deities symbolizing wealth, rhythm, and abundance. The soul here shines with magnetic presence, often tied to music, dance, or community. Authority figures may be prosperous or socially influential, teaching lessons of generosity. The aura is rhythmic, graceful, with features that reflect abundance. Vitality is expressed through prosperity, rhythm, and generosity, making the native a source of joy. The ego may struggle with materialism, but the soul's journey is to balance wealth with emotional depth. Ultimately, the sun in Dhanishta makes the soul a celebrant of abundance, teaching that true authority lies in generosity and harmony. The next nakshatra is Shatabisha. When the sun, the soul's light, shines in Shatabisha nakshatra, the spirit is mysterious, healing, and unconventional. Shatabisha is ruled by Varuna, the god of the cosmic waters, symbolizing secrecy and healing. The soul here radiates enigmatic energy, often drawn to healing or hidden knowledge. Authority figures may be detached or mystical, teaching lessons of secrecy and trust. The aura is penetrating, mystical, with eyes that reflect hidden depths. Vitality is unconventional, sometimes detached, but profoundly healing. The ego may struggle with secrecy or detachment, but the soul's journey is to embrace mystery as a path to healing. Ultimately, Sun in Shatabisha makes the soul a healer, teaching that true authority lies in uncovering hidden truths. The next nakshatra is Purva Bhadrapada. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, resides in Purva Bhadrapada nakshatra, the spirit is intense, spiritual, and transformative. Purva Bhadrapada is ruled by Aja Ekapata, the one-footed deity, symbolizing asceticism and extremes. The soul here shines with unconventional energy, often tied to spirituality or mystical practices. Authority figures may be eccentric or ascetic, teaching lessons of intensity. The aura is striking, intense, with features that reflect spiritual fire. Vitality is expressed through extremes, transformation, and devotion, making the native a mystic. The ego may struggle with imbalance, but the soul's journey is to balance passion with stability. Ultimately, Sun in Purva Bhadrapada makes the soul a crucible for transformation, teaching that true authority lies in spiritual devotion. The next nakshatra is Uttara Bhadrapada. When the sun, the soul's light, shines in Uttara Bhadrapada nakshatra, the spirit is wise, patient, and deeply spiritual. Uttara Bhadrapada is ruled by Ahirbudnya, the serpent of the deep, symbolizing hidden wisdom and stability. The soul here radiates calmness, introspection, and depth. Authority figures may be reserved but wise, teaching lessons of patience. The aura is serene, profound, with eyes that reflect hidden wisdom. Vitality is steady, patient, and spiritual, making the native a source of stability. The ego may struggle with detachment, but the soul's journey is to embrace stillness as a path to intimacy. Ultimately, Sun in Uttara Bhadrapada makes the soul a sanctuary of wisdom, teaching that true authority lies in patience and depth. The last nakshatra for this patch as well is Revati. When the sun, the kāraka of the soul, resides in Revati nakshatra, the spirit is gentle, compassionate, and protective. Revati is ruled by Pushya, the shepherd god, symbolizing guidance, nourishment, and safe journeys. The soul here shines with kindness, often guiding others with love and protection. Authority figures may be nurturing and protective, teaching lessons of compassion. The aura is soft, calming, with features that inspire trust. Vitality is expressed through guidance, nourishment, and compassion, making the native a protector. The ego may struggle with over-sacrifice, but the soul's journey is to balance care with self-love. Ultimately, Sun in Revati makes the soul a shepherd, teaching that true authority lies in compassion and guidance.